There's the Platinum Empyrean. Well, we figured out our play for the turn.
Today on Commander Replay, we build a deck out of all the cards that have been called overrated and find out if we can still win a game. Next on Commander Replay.
Welcome back, everyone. Got something special for you today. Today we're playing Overrated Card Tribal. After going through and making the list of all the overrated cards for the video I did a while back about overrated cards that are actually underrated, still having the list, I thought to myself, what if I build a deck with all of these cards? So here we are playing Tymna and Kydel just to get the colors and to give us something relevant to the cards in the 99 of the deck. This hand is like fine. The scroll rack makes it okay because we could probably find our way into some ramp. Yeah, we'll go with the scroll rack. See what happens. Let's keep. I know we got a lot of big clunky stuff in our hands, so. But hey, if people are saying scroll rack is overrated, don't play it anymore. Let's get a look at it and see how it feels when we actually need it, because the mana curve in this deck is very high. We need to ramp. We'll take a quick peek at it as everyone's loading in. So this is what we're looking at. You'll see not a lot at 1 and 2 mana. And, you know, that's definitely a thing that will make us a little bit slower than I would really like. But a lot of stuff to do up here at the upper parts of the curve, because it seems that people like to call a lot of 7-drops overrated. So we've got a lot of those. Got a Platinum Empyrean, got a Blightsteel Colossus, Rhea. I got a bunch of stuff at 6 too. We got a Frost Titan and a Grave Titan. But anyway, yeah, we got a lot of ramp too. We got a lot of this 4-mana ramp that people have said is overrated. So, you know, that stuff can be pretty good for us. But anyway, we're going to have to use the scroll rack to find our way into it. So this experiment was interesting because I didn't write down every single thing when I was going through the list to make all the cards. I was kind of just writing down the ones that I thought would be more interesting to talk about in the previous video that I made. But I actually had to go back and kind of skim through those videos. We'll go Path of Ancestry first right here. And, you know, the second time around, I was really looking for creatures because I'm like, I didn't seem to write down very many creatures. And I'm like, we need to get some creatures to be able to like fill this deck out. And it was interesting going through it. And I'm like, oh, they called that one overrated. Oh, they called Grave Titan overrated. Write that one down. Thank you. Oh, there's a Frost Titan. Write that one down. There's an Emeria Shepherd. And it was this feeling of like, oh, they gave me another one. I can use that one now. So it's kind of an interesting experiment building this deck. This deck is it's going to be a ramp deck. It's going to be slow. It's not going to be a fast deck. There's only like 2 things that really resemble a win condition. That's Rise of the Dark Realms, not on an overrated list. Just something I threw in there to actually have some way to try and win a game. There's about 5 or 10 non-lands that are not overrated by some YouTube channel or another. So just so I could have some semblance of a working deck. But yeah, I'm excited about this. We're going to get a good look at these. Brings it to our turn. We draw a Solemn Simulacrum. There is some ramp. It's slow ramp. It's going to take a second, but you know, is what it is. We've got some black in hand. We're going to want some black and some green, I think. We'll get a Bayou. Get the scroll rack into play. But yeah, there's some really good cards in this deck that like shouldn't be quote-unquote overrated. Oh, there's a Mana Crypt for opponent. They're going to be good and fast. I did not put a Mana Crypt in this deck because Mana Crypt not on the overrated list, though. I probably could have just put one in to, like, because it's Magic Online and all that. I did put a Soul Ring in, which obviously not overrated, but just because you put Soul Ring in Commander decks. Oh, that's a Virtus the Veiled. Does that have your life? Yeah, that halves your life. That's not great. Well, we could play Tymna and just, like, get a blocker in, which seems incredibly relevant. Opponent got themselves a Crypt Gas, by the way. Yeah, that's pretty good. Gonna speed them up. Think we want to get ourselves a blocker right here. That makes black, that makes white, and we can get a Scry. Was hoping to use the scroll rack, but this is gonna mess up our curve because this thing is bloody dangerous. Let's get the Alchemist Refuge, cast Tymna. But anyway, yeah, I decided to go with Tymna and Kydel. I wanted 4-color. I didn't want to go with a Traxa. Ooh, that's a Shieldred on top. Oh, do we want a Shieldred on top? Shieldred's better than some of the other stuff. Shieldred gets us 2 removal, but yeah, we'll leave Shieldred on top. Because I'm probably going to scroll rack anyway. I'd rather have Shieldred instead of Debtor's Knell or Platinum Empyrean at this exact moment. These are late game plays that we don't really need. Shieldred at 7 in like somewhat of an immediate impact is going to be much quicker than either of these two. Although this is helpful against that, so we probably don't want to shuffle it away. But anyway, yeah, so Tymna gives us some card draw, which I felt like the deck was lacking in card draw a little bit. and gives us 2 colors. And Kydel allows us to make some extra mana. Our mana curve is huge. So, Tymna and Kydel seemed like a nice little pairing to get 4 colors and actually be able to try to play some of these cards in the deck. So, Geth, Lord of the Vault coming in for opponent. Yeah, if this were like literally any other creature, I would have scroll racked last turn. Losing half your life, that's too much. This deck doesn't exactly have the tools to gain that life back either. Blackblade Reforged. Cool. Doesn't look like they have enough to equip it this turn. Oh, Sean's already got 5 counters on the Luminar Extension, so he's going to make himself a 4/4. Okie dokie. That might get him focused. I generally get focused pretty hard when I play Luminar Extension. There's a Mana Crypt. Now he's going to have enough to equip the Blackblade Reforged. That is not ideal, but hopefully someone's got removal. Who's getting this attack? No attacks. All right, how about that? The Tymna defense has worked. Nope, Sean's stuck on lands. That's no good. It's not where you want to be against 2 Mana Crypts, and we are playing a ramp deck. There's our Shieldred. Play the Marsh Flats. Crack the Marsh Flats. Actually, there's an Urborg in play. Yeah, we don't even need to crack it yet. So yeah, we'll just make some mana and cast our Solemn Simulacrum. No safe attacks with Tymna, so that's just going to be staying put. Use the ability. We got choices. We have a lot of black symbols in hand, but there is an Urborg in play. As long as that holds up for a while, we should be all right. I'm going to save the plains. We do have an Emeria Shepherd in the deck, so we'll get an island for now. Stay put. And Solemn Simulacrum is fortunately a nice blocker if Virtus wants to come in, but I think I've seen this deck before, and they're probably just going to throw Unblockable on it at some point, and that's going to be a nightmare. Opponent's going to mill the Virtus opponent 1 and grab this Traveler's Amulet. Yeah, why not? Guarantee those land drops. Mana Crypt flip. Geth going to swing our way. Yep, it does have Intimidate. I mean, we got to take that one so that we don't get crushed by Virtus. So that doesn't feel amazing, but is what it is. Not really in a protection to protect this Liliana Vest all that well, especially with flyers. Might put that one back with the scroll rack. Necrotic Ooze. Bet that's part of a combo. Should introduce our opponents, by the way. We have Eric Yodo playing Geth, Lord of the Vault, an interesting mono black commander. Super mana hungry, but kind of fun. You get to reanimate artifacts and creatures out of your opponent's graveyards and mill them X while doing so, which is kind of fun. Oh, maybe he's just taking advantage of Necrotic Ooze. I don't know. He could be on the full combo with Necrotic Ooze. There's one you don't see much of anymore. I haven't seen that combo in a while, but I guess I don't run into that much mono black either. As far as mono black these days, mono black, because of all the tutors, it can be really repetitive. If you don't make your deck interesting to yourself, then, you can just end up doing the same thing every single time, which isn't the best. That gets old. It is good if you're trying to be competitive and, your only goal is winning. Sure, but... So, I don't know. As a result of that, I just don't see as much mono black as I used to. But not to be outdone, we have Ponycorn Smasher piloting Virtus the Veiled. And if you guys haven't seen this one, there's a Shadow Spear. Here comes Trample. Equips the Shadow Spear. Yep. Who's getting it? Sean's going to make a 4/4. Yep, I'm jealous. The 2 4/4s soak up the Virtus damage. Go into the Geth opponent. Thankfully, we will want to deal with that sooner rather than later. Takes a hit, goes to 28, and then gets cut in half. It's going to bring him down to 14. Ouch. I mean, being that it's only turn 5, there's a lot of time for them to die to this Mana Crypt, but they do have Cryptghast in play, so they can extort things and gain life back pretty quickly doing that. Oop, missing another land for Sean. That hurts. 2 4/4s over to the Virtus opponent. Yeah. Ah, there's a Blasphemous Act. Excellent. Just what I wanted to see. We'll get to draw off the Solemn Simulacrum, which will be nice. Clean up all this nonsense going on over there. Opponent's going to crack this Traveler's Amulet, sure. Trying to use all the doubled mana while they still have it. Liliana Vest looking a lot better after this board wipe, but they can still make an Angel, so the Angel would likely swing into Liliana. Opponent's going to mill a little bit more with Geth on the way out. Get the Traveler's Amulet back. Nice. Get the Mirror Retriever. Keeps going. We get to draw a card with Solemn Simulacrum, and opponent will get to return an artifact with Mirror Retriever, but they have none. Back to the command zone with Tymna. Use the ability. Harmonize. There's a Phyrexian Arena. Ooh, that's interesting. Arena's more draw. More draw is nice. Our commander is something to think about also, though. I'm going to scroll rack, put back Debtor's Knell, Platinum Empyrean. I'm not feeling Liliana Vest in this exact second. Oh, yeah, there we go. There's some things that are much, much cheaper. Debtor's Knell on the bottom. Liliana Vest in the middle. Platinum Empyrean in the middle, Liliana Vess, top of that. Yeah, I think we just like Elvish Piper into Shieldred. Seems like a plan. And we'll play the Irrigated Farmland tapped. Yeah. This was not on the overrated list. This just helps us get all these ginormously expensive creatures into play. So, something to make the deck work. I am surprised that we haven't run into like land ramp yet, really. Like Cultivate, Kodama's Reach, any of the 4-mana ones. We do have a lot of those. And that may be a reason that I actually crack a fetch. Yeah, I think I'm going to crack a fetch. What's on top of our deck is pretty clunky, and that's why we have a scroll rack. So, one thing I forgot to mention earlier is that, like, playing some of these cards will actually feel overrated. Like, I'm not saying every single card in this deck should be played all the time. Many of them still have homes somewhere, but jamming all of them together in a deck that's like not the most well suited for what that card wants to be doing is going to lead to some clunkiness, but also a super high mana curve, which is, kind of the old school way to play. The old school style of Commander was ramp for a long time, then drop bombs. I still like playing that style. It does get ripped apart by, like, first and foremost, mana crypts. Mana crypts just make everything so fast. If you subtract these mana crypts from opponents, like, they're not doing that much better than we are. This game looks way different. But also, like, cheap removal. Cheap removal is the bane of expensive creatures. But still, most of the cards in the in all of those overrated videos are, like, unfairly targeted, I think. They are still good in a lot of places. And sure, there's a few that have kind of gone by the wayside, like Wormcoil Engine is not a card that I use that much anymore, and I think that was on a few of the lists, and I get it. But, playing a Wormcoil Engine is still not the worst thing in the world. In some sort of, like, artifact deck, if you're doing, like, Is It Artifacts or something like that, it's going to be a solid card. Erebos into play for opponent. How much life do they want to pay to draw cards? Well, they're going to pay a little bit of life with this Imperial Seal. They're pretty low on cards. I imagine they have to be going for, like, life gain. Gray Merchant could make sense from where they are. I will say that our deck is also removal light. That's just one of those things that's going to happen. Building a deck like this, which is unfortunate, but it's where we are. Phyrexian Arena for opponent. Yep. Color me jealous. Felwar Stone. So they're just going on the big rebuild turn. That's fine. Mana Vault. Yeah, a lot of fast mana this game. I said, quote, this deck is slow but powerful in the late game, and just been like fast mana city. Hasn't been great. Virtus back to play. Yep. Luminarch trigger. Opponent's going to make another angel. They finally hit another land. So on our upkeep, I'm going to crack this fetch because we need to be ramping a lot in the early part of the game. We haven't really done that. We're only one land ahead where we're supposed to be, and that's not really what we're looking for. So, Underground Sea? There's a Frost Titan. Excellent. So we're going to leave up a green to... I want to flash in Shieldred at the end step because I want to get Solemn Simulacrum. I'm less concerned about sacrificing the creatures and more worried about, like, sorcery speed removal. So I'm going to go Frost Titan. And then flash in Shieldred before our end step, get back the Solemn Simulacrum to ramp another land, because, like I said, we need lands. So play this Wooded Foothills, play this Frost Titan. I think we'll frost down this Virtus, because it's pretty annoying. And we'll pass like that. Also, 2 mono black decks at the table, and the Boros deck stumbling on lands, which means mana doublers, high likelihood of sticking. Means that we're probably going to want to think about Diabolic Tutor into a mana doubler. We do have Mirari's Wake and Zendikar Resurgent, both on overrated card lists. I have no idea how. Leaving those in play for an opponent usually means you're about to lose the game. Geth coming back to play, sure. Could also get Conjurer's Closet, which would just be like a nice piece of value. We could also get our finisher, which is Deadeye Navigator. We're probably not quite there yet, though. A sorcery speed board wipe would make me unhappy, though. Guess we could scroll rack if that happens, because there's no reason to flash in a Shieldred if it's just going to die. Mana Vault, Mana Crypt, Phyrexian Arena, trigger for opponent. Liable to lose some life right here. Opponent grabbed a Cabal Coffers. That's probably what they got with their tutor. We have Acidic Slime in the deck. We need to find it, though. Ornithopter, interesting. Blackblade Reforged on the Ornithopter. At least it's summoning sick. That can do some damage. Puts the Shadow Spear on it. Yep. It's actually pretty expensive to equip the Blackblade Reforged to the Ornithopter. 7 to be exact, so they tapped out most of their turn doing that. Used the Mana Vault and everything. But it's an 8/10 flyer with Trample and Lifelink, so I don't really want to mess around with that too much. Sean's going to play an Ignite the Future. Yeah. Hopefully that finds him some lands. He's still behind. Land Soul Ring would be probably the most ideal for him. Land Soul Ring, there it is. 2 lands and a Soul Ring. He's going to get caught up over the next 2 turns. How about that? Opponent said, I always thought Frost Titan was the lamest of the bunch. In Commander, Frost Titan is not the most powerful, but in like a 1 versus 1 setting, Frost Titan will just suffocate you. Like, hey, do you like permanents? Too bad, they're all tapped and don't untap. If you get down to 1 versus 1 at the end of the game, Frost Titan's going to be pretty solid. You know, on a crowded board state, it's not the best. It's fine, it's not bad, but it's a very reasonable card. Anyway, we're at the end step here. We're gonna flash in that Shieldred like we talked about. Drop in the Shieldred with the Elvish Piper. Brings back to our upkeep. We're gonna get that Solemn Simulacrum. Use the Solemn Simulacrum. Get ourselves a land. Grab a forest, I guess? I don't think we actually have that much green. Yeah, there's some triple whites in the deck. Let's get uplands. There's an Austere Command. How do I feel about that? We could blow up all the artifacts, and we'd only lose Scroll Rack and Solemn Simulacrum. Oh, I actually feel pretty good about that. We have all big creatures. Small creatures artifacts? That looks really nasty. Unfortunately, we're going to miss a natural land drop, and we don't have anything to tutor in with the Elvish Piper, though we could, like, Scroll Rack and kind of do that whole thing. Yeah, we have 7 mana, so we have exactly enough to Scroll Rack and Austere Command, but we will lose Scroll Rack to the Austere Command. Yeah, I think we're doing it. So let's start with the Scroll Rack. Ooh, you want to wish do first? Because I like the things that are right here. Crack this Wooded Foothills. I'm going to get the Canopy Vista. Use Scroll Rack. I'm going to put these 2 back. I'm going to hang on to the Harmonize. Hey, 2 lands. Excellent. Play the Austere Command. So small creatures and artifacts. Actually, let's play the Watery Grave untapped first. Now, play Austere Command. Austere Command on the overrated cards list. And about to do some real work. Leave up a green just in case a wheel happens. In case creatures end up in our hands somehow. Opponent's going to crack the Traveler's Amulet? Sure. Bunch of things getting blown up. We get to draw a card. Phyrexian Arena coming back to us. Geth survives. We could actually take opponent out right here. Yeah, probably should, right? Mono black. Mono black is like, it's just not a thing that I want to mess around with. Especially he's got the Cabal Coffers. Ugh. So we'll tap down the Geth and try to finish up opponent right here. They've got Mana Crypt and Tutors galore. When you're on like a no-budget mono black deck, that's not great. It's not great. Ooh, opponent can get the Ornithopter back, which means they're going to have a blocker. Oh, nope, it comes back in tapped. Fantastic. But they will mill opponent a little bit more. There's Mana Crypt. Down they go, Xaxes, and we'll pass the turn like that. Sean also lost his Soul Ring in there, which, you know, I wasn't trying to do that, but the black decks were out of control with all the artifacts, so absolutely needed to blow up their boards. That is one problem with like catching the Soul Ring late like that, is that, you know, someone like me lays down the Austere Command, and you don't get much out of the Soul Ring. Opponent gets a Cabal Stronghold right there. Yep. Gonna get some extra mana now. Fungal Infection. Oh no! It's gonna kill our Elvish Piper. That makes me sad. All things considered, that could be worse if, you know, as long as Shieldred Frost Titan survive back to our turn, I feel pretty good about what's happening. There's a Grave Titan for opponent, a card that is in our list. Grave Titan gonna be really good against our Shieldred. It's gonna get them through the sacrificing. And they're gonna animate dead on their Mirror Retriever. That's an interesting choice. Oh, they're probably trying to get their artifacts back. So they can sacrifice that and then get another artifact back, like Mana Crypt or one of the other things. That makes sense. I see what's going on now. They do have swamps. Shieldred has Swamp Walk, so we can easily swing in that way. Sean gets his planes into play from the Ignite the Future. So he got himself reasonably caught up now. He's 2 lands behind the turn count. You know, if he finds his Mana Crypt or just gets like a Thran Dynamo, some sort of nice mana rock, he can kind of make up that deficit a little bit. He's starting to get to a point, too, where at least he can do something, because, like, when you're on 3 lands, you can't do anything. Yeah, there's a Thran Dynamo, and in all likelihood, that's going to stick back to their turn, so... Yeah, they're getting themselves back into it. And a lot of mana plus Angels is not great. We are not super well suited to be able to deal with that. And there's the Adriana. Get them all pumped up. Yeah, so they can make Angels in response to the Shieldred trigger, and that'll be pretty good. Shieldred trigger for us, we're going to get our Solemn Simulacrum back, because, like I said, we need to ramp. I'm still feeling rather behind on the ramp situation. We haven't ramped exactly how we've needed to. So get the Solemn Simulacrum, use the ability, get a Forest. We draw a Blightsteel Colossus. Gonna be a minute on that one. 10 lands in play, 1's tapped, so we have 9 total mana. It'll be 10 total mana with Verdant Catacombs. This might be like, how much is our Commanders? That's gonna be 4, and that's gonna be 5. That's 9. That would be just about all of our mana. I think we do it, though. Because next turn, if we have our Commander, Then we can like play Harmonize and then mess around with Blight Steel and do all that kind of stuff, I think. So let's play the Verdant Catacombs. Let's get Timna. Oh, you wonder we could do... Oh, we could flash things in too. Well, let's start with getting Timna. Yeah, let's scry. Timna back to play. Yeah, then we'll just go for it. Cast Kydel. Use the Path of Ancestry. Scry one time. Eternal Witness. Pretty good card. We'll leave that right on top. Let's do some attacking. Shieldred into the mono black player. Frost Titan into Sean. So that way we can get the tap trigger. I really want to tap the Cabal, but I think we got to tap the Grave Titan. Grave Titan's a little bit too threatening. They're on, well, they'll get 2 cards. They can go, whatever 2 cards they have, they can cast and get their commander with that much mana. Part of me is really thinking about locking down the land, but... Oh, hey, that's a deflecting swat. That's unfortunate. They're going to lock down our Frost Titan with it. That's not the most ideal. So we hit 2 opponents. We'll draw some cards. Debtor's Knell and Eternal Witness. Yeah. Opponent sacrifices the Mirror Retriever. Let's see what artifact they want to get back. Going for the Shadow Spear. Yeah, trying to get the lifelink and the trample. Opponent plays a land. Wayfarer's Bauble. Excellent. 1 potentially threatening card that they could have. The other card is the Shadow Spear. There's the Shadow Spear. 8 mana floating. Kind of weird. Recast their commander, maybe? Equip the Grave Titan. Junk Diver is their last card. Okay, yeah, they have a whole graveyard thing going on over there. It's not going to be the best for us. I don't love it. We need that Archon, that exile stuff. Yeah, opponent going to swing our way with the Grave Titan. And a zombie. 2 zombies. And a Saproling. Okie dokie. Send in the team. They're going to make 2 more zombies. We can clean out some stuff here, though. Kydel, block a zombie. Timna, block the 1/1. And we'll throw Solemn under the Grave Titan. We are a little exposed to Adriana, though. Solemn goes down. We'll get to draw a card. It's a land. Shieldred trigger on Sean. He's going to need to make some angels right here. Nope, just lets his Adriana go. That seems like a punt. Eric said, I don't disagree with killing me there. Yeah, you know, when you're looking at a mono black deck that just like has all the stuff, letting them live, not a good idea. Gonna make Angel with Luminarch Ascension. Yep. They do get themselves an Archangel of Thune. Hammer of Perforos. Oh, now they have haste. That's pretty serious, actually. We are soft to flyers. Send in both. Gross. Archangel triggers. It's gonna make both of them bigger. Yep. Shieldred trigger. Let's keep getting back that Solemn Simulacrum. Get another swamp. See what we draw. Could use a big draw right here. Land is not it. Yeah, the angels with haste are a little bit scary. Thinking about, like... I guess we can hit stuff with Timna first and draw a little bit more. See if we catch things that matter. Yeah, start attacking. Shieldred into the mono black. Timna into Sean. Blowing up small creatures again solves a lot of problems. We hit with Timna. Gain 2 life. Pay 2 life. Draw 2 more cards. Lands, Llanowar Elves. Well, we're about to find out just how overrated Eternal Witness is. If we went Harmonize first, then that's essentially mana neutral. We've drawn 3 cards this turn. That's pretty good. No, it'd be 1 less. We have 11. Yeah, we've got some wiggle room. Okay, play Harmonize. Just gotta make sure we have enough green. Yeah, okay. Play Harmonize. Draw 3 cards. There's a Mortify. That's actually pretty helpful. Removal is light. Oh, we could use that. No, we should still blow everything up. Tap this for 6 mana. Play Eternal Witness. Hey, we get to Scry because someone is a shaman. Human. Human is the matching type. How about that? It's a Fleshbag Marauder. Removal is good. We'll keep that on top. Eternal Witness. Get back Austere Command. Use the ability. All right, so if we go small creatures, that gets rid of the angel. I think it's small creatures and enchantments. That'll get rid of that. That. Phyrexian Arena. Cleans out all of this stuff. Leaves just Grave Titan. Grave Titan will go down. Yeah, love it. Enchantments, small creatures. Timna back to the command zone. Junk Diver is going to get a trigger. It's going to bring back the Blackblade Reforged. Yep. Pretty serious card. Still got 1 colorless mana floating. Let's get the Phyrexian Arena going. Been waiting long enough on that. Crack the Verdant Catacombs. Get a Tropical Island. Play the Llanowar Elves. And we're going to try to leave some plains in our hand. We have a lot of plains in hand because of Amaria Shepherd. But I guess we can play Misfell Plains tapped, since it does come in tapped. And we'll pass like that. Pretty good turn. Pretty good turn. The overratedness of Eternal Witness. Also, Shieldred's in play, which means we can Eternal Witness, get back Austere Command again, if we want to. Oh no, it's a damnation. No. All right, our board getting cleaned up. We're gonna draw with Solemn Simulacrum. Use the ability. There's the Amaria Shepherd. Yeah, getting there. We are getting there. Nice. Oh, I wish I saved the fetch. Crap. Virtus back to play. Oh, that's a finale of glory. 6/2/2s with Vigilance. Our life total is not super high. Oh, and that's an emblem of the Wormwind. This is gonna tickle. They can put us to 2, and we'll go to 1 on Phyrexian Arena. Where's that Platinum Empyrean at? He's gonna split them up a little bit. Still sending a sizable attack over our way. Do we have any life gain in the graveyard? Ouch. Down to 6. Opponent goes down to 18. Those all have Vigilance, too. Eee. Phyrexian Arena trigger. Not a land. Fleshbag Marauder, it's fine. Doesn't solve our token problem. Horn of Greed is interesting. I mean, it's probably got to be like Amaria Shepherd, Eternal Witness, blow up the board again. I hope we have enough to do that. That's kind of a lot of mana. That's 7. Austere Command is 6. That's 13. It's no joke. We do need to make sure that we have another Plains in the deck. I put 4 Plains in the deck. Excellent. There's 1 Plains in play. Make sure there's none in our graveyard. And make sure there's none in exile. Okay, so there should be exactly 1 Plains in the deck. Play a Amaria Shepherd. Play a Plains. Get Solemn Simulacrum. Send it to the battlefield. Use the ability. 1 Plains. I was getting pretty nervous there, honestly. Because if this doesn't work, we die. Get Eternal Witness. Send it to the battlefield. Get Austere Command. Use the ability. Austere Command for small creatures and artifacts. Opponents can activate their Shadow Spear in response. Sure. Everything gets blown up again. We draw another card with Solemn Simulacrum. Use the ability. It's a Platinum Angel. Perfect. We're going to be needing that. Given our super low life total. We've already played a land. We've got 1 up. And we will pass the turn like that. I don't know. I feel like we're playing a pretty respectable game with all these overrated cards. Oh, we can discard stuff? Discard Blight. Oh, does this shuffle itself? It does shuffle itself. Can't do the Shieldred trick with that one. Can discard this Platinum Angel, though, and that seems like it might be a... If something happens to the Amaria Shepherd, that's kind of risky. Let's discard... I'm going to go for Platinum Angel. Yeah, discard Platinum Angel. I think I'm going to discard Fleshbag. We going Fleshbag Marauder? Fleshbag Marauder is removal, and that's kind of important. I'm going to go Debtor's Knell. We can just... I'm going to go Fleshbag. It's risky. I don't love it. But we have Plains in hand, and there's a limited number of Plains in the deck, and we've got Amaria Shepherd, so essentially our combo is online. Virtus back to play for a whole bunch of mana. Hopefully Sean is out of haste stuff. Haste is not great for us. Opponent targets us with a partner. Nope. Blackblade Reforged. Yep. Equips the Blackblade Reforged. It's a 12/12. Pretty scary. Equips it again. Taps out the mana. Oh, Perforos. Creatures they control have haste. Now we gotta be super careful. Need exile for that? Blah. Well, looks like we're on Team Platinum Angel now. Pray for no removal. Dockside Extortionist. Won't get too much out of it. Does give them mana, though. Mana scary. Back to our turn. Phyrexian Arena. Getting down there for life. There's the Platinum Empyrean. Well, we figured out our play for the turn. There's a swamp. So we're going to want to play a Plains, get Platinum Angel. Actually, we can go Platinum Empyrean, and then Plains to get Shieldred. Yeah, I think I like that. Can we get this Horn of Greed first? Oh, it's going to be so much mana. So I want to leave up Mortify also, so we don't die to things. Play the Plains. Actually, we should think about... get Horn of Greed. Let's just go. Play Platinum Empyrean. Oh, we could flash Platinum Empyrean in. Do we have enough mana to do that? Yeah, we have enough. We can play a Temple Garden tapped, I think. But we could leave up Mortify going the other way. This protects us against certain types of removal, I think. Okay, I'm going to play Temple Garden tapped. Not paying the life. We could have played Platinum Empyrean first and then played it untapped. Whoops. Amaria trigger, get Shieldred. We'll draw a card. Ooh, it's an exploration. Oh, that means we can play another Plains. Go to the battlefield. Cast Exploration. Play this Plains. I guess Amaria Shepherd for... What are we Amaria Shepherding for? I guess just Platinum Angel? Yeah, I guess just Platinum Angel. Windswept Heath. Nope. There might be non-basic planes left. We'll have to look. Send that to the battlefield. And I think we've done everything we need to do for this moment, so we can attack. Sean's got haste, and that's the scarier of the two things to me. I'm going to send the angel his way. Just make sure he can't flash something in. Amaria Shepherd's so good. I love Amaria Shepherd. We get in for 4. Pass the turn like that. Shieldred trigger on opponent. Virtus goes down. Opponent's going to read the bones. Yep, scry 2, lose 2 life. Sure. It's going to painful lesson, draw more cards, lose more life. Thankfully shortening up the distance for us a little bit. Dolmen Gate, prevent all combat damage that would be dealt to attacking creatures you control. Sure. Opponent's got a sack to the Shieldred trigger. Plays a land, Horn of Greed trigger. Yep. Adriana back to play. It's going to have haste. Favorable Destiny, +1/+2 as long as it's white, and Shroud. As long as you control another creature. Interesting. If he attacks us, he is totally not going to expect a Platinum Empyrean at instant speed. Although we have Shieldred, which still beats that in combat. Oh, he's going to send it. Oh, right, he's going to get melee. Yep. Yes, it is. Okie dokie. Well, that on the stack, let's activate this old thing. Activate the Alchemist Refuge. Play Platinum Empyrean. It's a 6/7. 1 white mana. This is a little risky, but I guess we have Shieldred, so we can always get things back. Surprise! It's a Platinum Empyrean. Down goes Adriana. And now our life total cannot change. Phyrexian Arena trigger, Shieldred trigger. What are we getting? This is probably Eternal Witness time, right? There's a Farseek. Eternal Witness coming back. Let's get Austere Command just in case things go wrong. Kind of looking to drop the hammer. Need Lightning Greaves, a card that's actually on the list, but I don't think it's in here. Oh, there's a Day of Judgment. A little bit redundant. Let's do some attacking. That's Exact Seize on opponent. Send 8 that way. If opponent even has... Oh, dear God. Oh, they're going to exile... Oh, they're going to exile our Eternal Witness. That does stop some of the shenanigans we've been doing. Mono black player goes down. What next? I guess play a Hallowed Fountain. Can play it untapped. Horn of Greed will trigger. Let's get the Frost Titan. Oh, there's the Lightning Greaves. Boo. Send that to the battlefield. Could have used that before a combat. Let's lock down some lands. Play a Swamp. Amaria trigger. What are we getting back? I guess Scroll Rack just in case we get in trouble. There's a Kodama's Reach. Could get a million things back with Amaria Shepherd with that. Send Scroll Rack to the hand. Get Debtor's Knell just in case. Blightsteel. Turns out we're 1 short on the Blightsteel. Do we have another land play? We do not. Blightsteel, so expensive. Yeah, maybe Blightsteel is a little pricey. Let's play the Greaves. Play Scroll Rack. And we'll Farseek. Oh, there's another Plains in our deck. Yeah, there's more Plains in there. We'll go for an Island. Amaria Shepherd, get back. Solemn Simulacrum, just keep the value coming. And we'll chill right there. Opponent's got to answer. Actually, let's put the boots on something. Put the boots on Shieldred. No, put it on Platinum Empyrean. Pass like that. Shieldred trigger, no creatures. Horn of Greed, Landfall trigger. Opponent was looking for Rolling Earthquake, because if they kill Platinum Empyrean, then we can still take damage. And that would be bad. That would be really bad. And that would be we activate Scroll Rack and see if there's any way to save our stuff and not let that happen. Not sure that we have an answer for that in this deck, but they did not get there. Brings it back to our turn. Ooh, we get a Debtor's Knell trigger finally. What does opponent have? Ooh, Archangel of Thune? That's got lifelink. Let's get an Archangel of Thune. Shieldred, I guess Elvish Piper. Phyrexian Arena. Life total doesn't change. Debtor's Knell. We've got an Archangel of Thune. We draw a Cultivate. Move the boots to the Archangel of Thune. Send the team. Frost Titan trigger. We'll tap another land. Down they go. Opponent had, ooh, Mercadia's Downfall. And Feast and Famine in hand. Those are nasty cards. So, Overrated card Tribal. Ended up getting there. I don't know. These cards seem pretty good to me. Sure, they're not the fastest things on the planet. You do want to build around them to be able to use them properly, but Amaria Shepherd was fantastic. Eternal Witness was fantastic, as was Shieldred. Platinum Empyrean definitely helped us a little bit at the end. A little slow. It's a little slow, I won't lie. Kind of a lightning rod also. Blightsteel Colossus actually pretty difficult to get. You really got to get some like crazy mana stuff going on or some way to cheat it to really kind of take advantage of Blightsteel. Pretty expensive. But yeah, like I said, there were maybe 5 or 10 cards in the deck. Like Horn of Greed I added because there's like a lot of landfall stuff in here. Quicksilver Amulet and Elvish Piper I added because there's a lot of big expensive creatures. So it kind of makes sense. And those cards weren't on any of the overrated lists. Added just a little bit of removal. I think Wrath of God showed up on one of the lists. I'd have to go back and look. Added a Fleshbag Marauder just to have some kind of early removal. But, you know, we kind of drew our ramp out of sequence. We didn't really catch it at the right time. I don't think we ever actually saw like Sky Shroud, Explosive, or Circuitous Route, which was a little unexpected. Also had like Farseek, Rampant Growth. We saw Exploration late, so we kind of caught our ramp out of order, which wasn't the best, but Solemn Simulacrum put in so much work. How many lands did Solemn Simulacrum find us this game? Like 5 or 6? It found us like probably at least a third of our lands. So as far as overrated cards are concerned, make your own decision. Sure, some of them are a little bit slow. Debtor's Knell I know is a little bit slow, but if you're controlling the game like we were doing, then it's pretty awesome. Sure, it takes a little while to get going, but if they don't answer it, you just keep getting creatures back, and you can do ridiculous things. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this look at Overrated Cards Tribal. As always, feel free to comment, like, or subscribe. Thank you for watching.
I want to thank my awesome Patreon supporters. We have one new Patreon supporter and several, you are awesome. If you want to help support the channel and vote on which decks I play next, feel free to check out my Patreon at the link below.